Mughal Emperor of Delhi became their puppet. But it was only Tipu Sultan of Mysore who did not join the British streamline. In 1783 AD, when Tipu Sultan heard the end of 7 Years' War between England and France, which also ended England's colonial rule over the American colonies, United States of America was now a free nation. He rejoiced and ordered a salute of 108 guns to greet the birth of a new nation of America across the seas. On the 4th of July, 1783 AD, anniversary of the Declaration of American Independence, Tipu Sultan once again saluted in Mysore with 108 guns, celebrating the fact that a free nation across the seas existed. Wellesley's letters to Tipu Sultan were sweet like sugar and honey, assuring him friendship and goodwill. Wellesley appointed a commission of 5 British officers, his brother Colonel Wellesley, Colonel Close, Colonel Agnew, Captain Malcolm, and Captain Macaulay, for the purpose of attracting and winning Tipu's generals and commanders to the British side. Wellesley knew that the nation of India had lost the spirit of unity and freedom, and it was easy to disintegrate the powerful leaders and bounce one against the other. Wellesley's commission began to show progress. Ajmer, who was the cousin of Tipu Sultan, secretly conspired with the British to play a deceiving role with the Sultan if they would make him the Nawab. There was agreement. Mir Sadiq, the most trusted of Sultan, worked with the British mentally. He began to play double roles, trusted minister of Tipu and paid agent of the British. Saeed Saheb, who was the commander of a large section of Tipu's army, now was in the payroll of the English. All these three, Saeed Saheb, Ajmer, and Mir Sadiq, and few others in authority, began to issue orders in the name of the Sultan, dispersing the soldiers from the front line toward other less important locations. Meanwhile, the huge English armies suddenly moved into Mysore from several directions without much resistance from Tipu's army. There was a total shock among the Mysoreans, how the British army was able to come so far inside the Mysore territory. Tipu, to his own frustration, knew that the torch of treachery from within was guiding the British advance deeper and deeper into Mysore. The above 3 traitors were Muslims who cheated their Muslim chief, Tipu Sultan. What happened to the Muslim Brotherhood? Tipu was being informed by his fraudulent general that a great battle was going on, but in reality, it was manipulated as a low-key battle against the British army. Saeed Saheb's white handkerchief gave signal to the British to enter the city, and very soon a British flag was seen on the soil of Sri Rangapatnam, and Tipu Sultan did not even know this. Mir Adam falsely ordered the soldiers not to resist the British because Sultan had agreed to surrender. Tipu Sultan now saw openly the treachery of Mir Sadiq and his commanders in actual action, a treachery to be remembered by the future generations. Tipu now knew the last moments were not too far. He said, "I shall fight alone, yes, alone if I have to. There will always be men to shape the future of the nation and to lead it forward into freedom and fulfillment. For them, I must leave an example of devotion to the cause. Let my life end, and if it has to, let the sacrifice serve a generation unborn." There was a nightmare of treachery around Tipu Sultan by his own Muslim generals and officers. Tipu also saw that wherever the English army were facing ditches and could not cross, Mir Sadiq's men were spreading planks of wood to bridge the ditches so that the English could move on. All this treachery was for one reason. The English would make Mir Sadiq the king of Mysore, and he would be under their protection. The English were now firing on the demoralized, escaping Mysoreans. A few English soldiers came near Tipu Sultan and saw his richly decorated belt. They tried to grab his belt, but were slain instantly by the Lion of Mysore. The rest of the English group at once deciding to shoot him with their guns. Then a gunshot was heard, and the bullet struck Tipu through the temple. The Lion of Mysore at last died in the battlefield, fighting almost alone. The Muslims called Tipu a martyr of freedom, whereas the British called Tipu the Lion of India. The Hindus called him a great son of Bharat. The Nizam of Hyderabad and the other Muslims thought Tipu's policy was not diplomatic, and he risked his life unnecessarily. The blood of Tipu Sultan was necessary to inspire the future leaders of India for the cause of freedom. Tipu's sacrifice sowed the seeds for numerous freedom fighters who adopted several methods to achieve the same cause. The land of Mysore has been very proud of Tipu, whose Islamic character glitters like a diamond in the history of India. May Allah bless his soul.
ولا تقولوا لمن يقتل في سبيل الله أموات بل أحياء ولكن لا تشعرون